Hey there, water signs. This is Custom Beauty Tarot. Here to do a quick love reading for you for the weekend coming up, which would be July 20th through 22nd. A love reading for the water signs. I don't know what I said earlier, but if I didn't say water signs, I mean water signs. Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. Water signs for this weekend. Let's see. First card that popped out, which is central to the situation, is Death. So don't freak out yet. Let's just see. Obstacle, root, recent past, imminent future, and what's on your mind. And bottom of the deck is the Ace of Swords in the upright. So getting to the truth in a situation, having amazing victory or insight or truth come out of the situation this weekend. And that's positive. So yeah, so that's the undercurrent of the reading. Let's see what we've got. So coming into the weekend as the core energy that you're in is Death, actually in the reverse. So Death in the reverse would be one or both of you, I'm not sure which partner, but one or both of you is resisting an ending around this time frame when it comes to your relationship. There's somebody that might be holding on to an ending that seems kind of scripted in fate, that things might need to come to a cycle or transformation. It doesn't mean an ending. It can be a transmuting or a transformation where you're just going to another phase and maybe someone's holding on to an old pattern. So you would know best if that's a bit more you or it's a bit your partner or both of you. Someone's holding on to some aspect of the past when they might actually do better to let go. There's a lot of eclipses happening. Might want to consider that. The most immediate obstacle to this energy of holding on and not allowing transformation to happen is the Two of Pentacles. So water signs. Two of Pentacles as an obstacle to change is literally, two things. For some of you, it might represent two people. One of you is juggling two people. One or both of you has a commitment to another person. And, the resolution of this would mean committing to one party. And one or both of you doesn't really want to have to make that decision. So the status quo fits better. The other obstacle as a Two of Pentacles obstacle would be that life is just very chaotic. And for one of you or both of you, there's not even enough attention to the relationship to be able to make conscious change. It's just too much going on. So you can decide for what piece of this resonates with you. Leading into the weekend and what could be the foundation of where the energy was prior to the weekend, we have the Star card. So you or your partner was in a process of being hopeful or wanting to bring about healing for this situation, and prior to this weekend, and that's the root. So when it comes to thinking about a change, you want to be happy and you want to be healing the relationship. And the more I see this, the more I think about death is actually more a function of not an ending, but maybe a transformation into another different phase of the relationship. And I think that the water signs are actually in their element, thinking about how to heal and help move the situation. And yet they're struggling. They're maybe either of two minds about it. It's like to do, not to do, because there's some kind of other conflict present, or the partner's in of two minds about it. And for that sake, pushing you or both of you into a new phase is being met with an obstacle for some reason. That healing is not taking place, or there needs to be a healing before that can happen. There needs to be a healing before that transmutation can happen, that transformation. And the most recent past, you were taking on a hermit energy. So, um, water signs, you were actually maybe isolating yourself a little, maybe doing a little bit of introspection about how to heal this. You understand that a healing needs to take place in the relationship, and that it's needed before you can move on to another stage. So you're taking the time, major arcana, hermit, to introspect about this. Um, but definitely there's a conflict here, and I think it's within your own mind, or maybe it's the players in this scenario, and people do have more one person on the scene that might be creating a bump in the road. This healing is not coming about to move the relationship to the next phase, despite good intentions and knowing what's needed. Um, what you have on your mind and what could be a possible answer, because as we know, what's on our mind often is what's manifest, is the Nine of Cups. So you're wanting what's best. You're wanting, happiness. You're wanting your wish come true when it comes to this. And, I can't help notice the root of the reading is the star, which is often a wish. The top of the reading is the Nine of Cups, which is about wishing. So it's really all over here, and even in the Hermit, you might be kind of contemplating that, where you're thinking about your ideal situation and trying to wrestle on how to get that into reality. How do you bring about healing and getting into your ideal scenario? Water signs, so you're really thinking about that. And I also just can't help notice that there's a moon in here, so there might be an unknown piece. Might be something that's just really not known to you. It could be about another person. If there's a third party, it could be about a factor you're just not really sure about that would help you transform this into the next phase of the relationship, or into a greater the greater good, for the relationship, or the wish as you see it. There could be an unknown entity, and that would go along with the underlying energy of the Ace of Swords here. The Ace of Swords being, it's about the truth, nothing but the truth. So if you're missing something, you might be just kind of struggling a little bit with, if you have all the pieces to make this what you want to make it your wish, heal it through to the next stage. In the most immediate future, we have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So yeah, there's still a little blockage coming out of the weekend in terms of manifesting. Something is just moving a little bit too slow. So I would say, have patience, because basically there's a lot of healing on the table that will take place, is trying to take place, insight that's trying to take place, truth that's trying to come out. It may not come out this weekend. So I think this is a weekend of still being able to stay inside of yourself. Maybe journal your dreams as it relates to this particular relationship. That would be a good outlet. Relax, take a walk on the beach if you have a beach near you. Bring your dog. Get through the weekend, and I think the energies coming out of the weekend should pick up. They may be slow at first, but hopefully they will pick up for you. So, underneath the sword is the King of Wands, so there's some control and passion, and Queen of Pentacles. There's a lot more coming that's more grounded and more in control as you move forward out of the weekend. So hang in there. I think it gets a lot better. And we'll take it from there, water signs. Good luck, and hope to see you soon.